if you were to pick figures for a bad day, you wouldn't be too happy with, or too unhappy with the 1 for 55.
Well, in contemporary cricket, those figures are belying everything you are suggesting. In the fairness of the game, although it wasn't a great effort from him, still satisfactory.
Right, 5 overs to go. I mean, where are we? Are we looking at 300? If things go well, we are.
Stage is set. And with the fact that Rabada has been struggling, chances are bright. It's imperative. When we talk about the perspective of Sri Lankan team in this game, LANKA has to stay till the 50th over. If he does that, they have a chance to score 300 runs. He's middling the ball, he's hitting the ball into the gaps, he's running well.
I like that a lot in the first delivery because you don't need to hit boundaries. If Sri Lanka score 10.5, 11 and over here, they get 300. And you have 6 balls and over. You don't have to hit 4s and 6s all the time. And it's not easy on this ground. We mentioned a lot of the length of the boundary. Square of the wicket is as much as 80 metres. So there are lots of 2s. Lots of 2s. If you can't hit the ball to the boundary, get it into gaps. 2s and 1s, easy enough to make 10 and over. We didn't used to say that a few years ago, but 10 and over on a big, big field like this can be got without boundaries.
I'm totally with you. It's a cliche thing to say. Easy does it. 5 singles and a boundary. 9.
Well, I mean, it's almost hard it's hard not to pick up a couple of 2s if you beat the infield and it doesn't go to the boundary on this heavy outfield. Ooh. Oh. Ideally, you step inside those. The keeper's going to struggle to get that. There's a long way down the leg side.
If you have a look at the inner field, all the fielders in the circle are coming from the edge. They are willing to give away the single. So as a batsman, you have to react. Wait for a bad delivery, capitalize on that. Otherwise, score a single. Keep rotating the strike. Keep taking the scoreboard. 250 on the board. Bit of roam outside the off stump. And how well he struck that ball.
And that was fielded by the next batsman in, Wenendu Hasaranga. Sri Lanka moves to 48 from as many balls.
Not an easy stroke to execute, especially when a right-arm fast bowler is coming round the stumps. He's looking to cut the angle, a bit of width, spotted very early. In a flash, decided that this ball is going to go over extra cover. Hit the ball from the middle of the bat. Impressive.
Good accuracy, Kahisa Rabada. I think you'll find the man safely back in his ground, Dasun Shanaka. We'll have a look anyway, be safe. Oh my goodness me, that's a big surprise. Well, I tell you what, Dasun Shanaka thought he was safe, and so did I, and I'm not even sure that Kahisa Rabada thought he'd got his man, because he wasn't celebrating. That's one of those ones where they always say a direct hit gives you a lot more chance. He had to hit direct, and he did.
Yeah, reactions from Maharaj suggested that he spotted the batsman is out of the crease. Not a great way to get out. Shanaka contributing 6 from 9 deliveries, and it's 2-5-5 for 5.
Make a big difference to, I mean, if that makes a difference of 10 or 15 runs to the total, that I have to be honest, South Africa have struggled with the bat in the last year or so, particularly chasing.
There's no mug with the bat. Hasaranga can really wheel the willow.
He's a genuine all-rounder, isn't he? Averaging 26.5, strike rate of 100. Just wonder whether that dismissal of the captain, Dasun Shanaka, might... I mean, if it makes a difference between South Africa chasing 280, 285 or 300, I think that makes a huge difference. 46 overs gone, 4 to go, 255 for 5. I think South Africa need to look to keep Sri Lanka down to 30 runs in these last 4 overs. Anything less than that, they will have done exceptionally well. I think they'd take 30 from here. You see, there's no sign of disappointment from Dasun Shanaka there. He thinks he's safely back. Good work for the bowler. But watch, does he celebrate? Does he think he's got his man? No. No, he doesn't. Nobody thought it was out. Except Keshav Maharaj, as you pointed out at the time. Maybe he was just saying, good throw.
Maybe. Yeah, nicely worked away. Resting. Pushing for 2. That's his 50. Very well crafted 50 from the left-handed batsman. Came out to bat when his team was under pressure, handled the situation very well, batted intelligently, never missed out on the opportunities to send the ball towards the boundary line. This innings should give him a lot of confidence.
That last delivery from Anrich Nortje was 108 kilometres an hour. It is extremely rare that a bowler capable of bowling 150 bowls a slower ball that much slower. Now, he's been bowling more like 140 today, but a slower ball at 108, that is very rare. Disparity of 30 kilometres an hour between quickest and slowest balls.
And that's what the faster bowlers have to do in contemporary cricket. Look at that. Assisting South African team on that occasion as LANKA. That was good once again. Taking the pace off. Bringing a surprise element for the batsman. Yeah, that is the need of contemporary cricket, especially when you're playing limited over cricket, not to become predictable to the batsman.
That is absolute class from Charita Salanga. Anyway, he picks his spot over extra cover. And he could have flicked that away through the leg side. 47 overs gone, 264 for 5. That is a beautifully controlled innings. Look at that acceleration towards the end. A couple of quietish overs in the third power play. Slow ball bouncer from Kahisha Rabada. He's got it only just very slightly wrong. Ruchira Paliaguriga, the umpire, decides it was overhead height, so the no ball is called.
Wristwork made that stroke. Not a lot of room. Just opened the face of the bat at the last moment with the bottom hand turning. It was an incredible stroke from the left-hander. It's called a good over from Nokia.
A slice inside out. I mean, it was just knew exactly where the gap was, and it was full too. I mean, good job the middles on today's bats are bigger than ever. The middle, the sweet spot, extends right down towards the toe.
I spotted a hint of complaint there. Neil? Are you trying to say you wish you had bats like those in your time?
It wouldn't have made a difference to me, but you might have appreciated today's bat technology.
Always love batting with lighter bats. Well, that's good bowling once again. Took the pace off.
Yeah, we're talking about Henrik Nortje bowling at 108 kilometres an hour. That's 113. And the reason the batsman plays a shot like this is that there's no discernible action. He's so early on the shot. He's through with the shot by the time the ball arrives. And that's purely down to the skill of the bowler. Unless he picks up that it's bowled cross seam, but there's no discernible change in action and arm speed, and that's the key. Arm comes over at the same speed. Another one. Very well bowled. He just holds it either, two ways to do it. Either deep in the hand, so it comes out slowly, or right in the fingertips.
Yeah, it reminds me of Shaminda Was, great fast bowler from Sri Lanka. He used to bowl his slow ones like that. It's a good ploy to bowl slow deliveries when the batters are holding the bat very hard, looking to swing the bat, and slow delivery does the trick.
Okay, well, you may be wondering, if you are, why this isn't called a wide, but it goes between the batsman's legs. So, if he'd stepped inside it, it would have been called a wide, and he'd gone past his legs. But it's clever bowling from Rabada. He's following the batsman's feet, and although it didn't touch anything and the batsman didn't hit it, can't call a wide when it goes between his legs.
Barres. And a wide. And a boundary. Spoiled a good over.
Well, two very good examples of how to do it and how not to do it. There you go, leave that one alone. But you see, Rabada's following the batsman, following his feet. He's stepping to the offside. It's Wenendu Hasaranga looking to hit over extra cover or through point, trying to hit through the offside. That's why he's stepping to the leg side. Rabada is following him.
Ball in. It's just a matter of pitching the ball within the stumps. And for the first time in this game, Rabada has prevailed. Picked up Hasaranga.
And he's doesn't look like he's inclined to celebrate either. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is that he's tired and hot and sweaty. The second is that Sri Lanka have got 272 on the board. It's a fair delivery. So Hasaranga has to go for 3, and Sri Lanka with 2 overs to go, 272 for 6. Tamaka Karuratne, 25-year-old, who does qualify as an all-rounder by general consensus, so he's a very good man to have coming in at number 8. He's only got 2 overs. Comes off his pad, or outside edge, yeah, off the bat, onto the leg stump. Rabada, apart from the one that went horribly wrong, knew exactly what he was doing. Hasaranga was backing away to the leg side, every delivery. Need to work on that, because he's to develop his batting, develop his all-round. Particularly if he's going to bat in the closing overs, he needs to be able to vary that. You can't try and hit everything through the offside. It's already a very good total. It's going to be difficult to chase under lights. Pitch is showing signs of getting slower, as Amir Sahel predicted that it would. It'll be a tough run chase for South Africa, but they can really improve their chances if they can be extremely tidy for the last 10 balls of this innings. Oh, he's been done by the spin. Oh, I thought he had it covered. I think it's Kyle Verreynne out there at deep square leg. It is. But he's not the first, and he won't be the last man in the league to be done by the spin on the ball. Watch this. Oh, it's gone sideways.
He overran and slipped. Couldn't recover from there. Raina. The name of the game for the South Africans at the moment, to try up the boundaries. It was leaked. Pressure off the batsman.
Full toss, no ball, gone for 6. I think it's going to be a no ball. Hasn't called it. He'd be quite generous on these waist-high full tosses. That would have been a disaster. Just when I'm talking about being tidy for the last 10 balls.
He got away with this delivery so many times. But this time around, the batsman was alert. He was very lucky to get away with that. Very lucky. Looked like it was over head height. Should have been an over.
Well, the Yorker bang on that time, Amrit Nokia. But the over's gone for 13 already. It's a career best for Charita LANKA. 68 from 60 balls. Tremendous Vars. Enjoying the show. Sri Lanka bowling coach. This is the most profitable over of the innings for Sri Lanka. So they haven't had any monsters, no sort of 16s, 18s, 20s. But 15 with 1 over to go, Sri Lanka 287 for 6. Statistic for you, Amir, and also for anybody watching. 29 times at this ground, the first innings has exceeded 287. That's a top edge over the keeper's head, and that'll be 4 more, and they're heading for 300. So 29 times, 287 or more in the first innings. How many times do you think that's been good enough to win out of 29 times?
I think about 70%?
100. 29 out of 29. Oh.
I was far up. The South Africans won't care if it was top edge. Runs are important. Don't give up. It's a good pitch. High in the air. Should be taken. And it is. Wicket number 2 for Rabada.
Yeah, it's all consolation wickets at this stage for South Africa. I just wonder, whether... I mean, I'm not suggesting that they think out of the box too much, but I'll come back to that. 72, Charita LANKA, career best, well done, 291 for 7. one for Chimera is the new batsman, 29-year-old. Again, you know, he's not the worst coming in at number 9. Average of 12.5. It's a strike rate. He just really needs to make sure he gets something on it here. Just no dot balls. Avoid the dot balls. It's very well bowled. Just had no idea, Chimera, about that one from Rabada.
Yeah, that slow one working for Rabada. A very good innings from the left-hander. Helped his side to get close to 300 runs. When he arrived at the crease, the situation wasn't dire, but it was precarious. Dealt with it very nicely. That was a no ball. Good running.
Interesting that, because third umpires, today's regulation, is supposed to be calling no ball. I think it seemed to call it so quickly. I just wondered whether he'd actually made the call, or whether he'd got the message from the third umpire. Bowled in, doesn't count. Tell you what, the third umpire will have to do some work now, though, because Ndilo Peshakwaya looked like he was very close to the boundary triangles, and he stopped that one down at fine leg. Well, that was what I was concerned about. Peshakwaya touching the boundary edge, but it's a dead ball if the ball hits the stumps. And the umpire has signalled a bye down to fine leg. Just one bye. Not 100% certain. Well, the third umpire now is having a look, Lyndon Hannibal, having a look at Peshaquaya's fielding. Is he going to change this, and is it going to be signalled 4 byes now? 4 byes off the leg stump.
My understanding of the rule was different. You live and learn.
Well, I have to say I thought it was dead ball. If the fielder throws and hits the stumps, then it's not dead ball. So if the bowler hits the stumps and it's a no ball, maybe that's not dead ball. Oh, that's run out. Another consolation wicket for South Africa. Sri Lanka have a couple of deliveries to inch their way over 300, and I think that historically anyway it'll be too much for South Africa to chase, but who knows, history is there to be rewritten. 299 for 7 with 2 balls to go.
And that was selfless from Chimera. Sacrificed his wicket to give strike to his senior partner. Walks back without scoring. It's 299 for 8.
Kiladan and Jaya, this could be another run out. Oh. Same one. Carbon copy that was. It's just it was identical. 3 300. They run out going to the second. So exactly 300 Sri Lanka, 300 for 9 in their 50 overs, the ground stars.